Yep. Mr. شرف الدين وين علي النادي؟ هلا نحن على الهواء؟ يعني انا مبينه هلا عم بأشر وبحكي. مبينه عم بأشر وبحكي. ايه بعد
Alrighty, good afternoon. NEHS members, you're gonna give me thumbs up, and we're gonna be active listening ears. Very good. And JHS members, at this time, we're all active listening ears. NHS, wonderful. All right, now with our MC.
Hello. What a wonderful Friday to be joined back with wonderful people and beautiful faces. Good afternoon, distinguished guests and honored members of our community. My name is Sumaya Abi Abdullah, and it is with great honor that I stand before you today as the NHS Chapter Advisor for our freshmen and sophomores to welcome you on behalf of our student body and faculty members to Universal Learning Academy's official annual luncheon hosted by our National Honor Society chapters. Given this academy is a pre-K to 12 building, we are thankful and lucky to have all three chapters actively participating in this yearly event, which we hope you enjoy. Well, we have a couple surprises for you. I'm sure you're gonna love it. But first and foremost, please help me welcome our dear principal, Mrs. Layal Bousi, to the podium to address her greeting.
What an amazing introduction. Give her another round of applause. Beautiful work, as usual, put together by our amazing Blue Jay community. I will ask my students to know that this is the official NHS luncheon, so we're gonna put on that kind of etiquette. All right, and now good evening to this amazing Blue Jay community. It's definitely my pleasure as an educator, as a parent, and as the principal here to be welcoming each and every one of you to our very renewed, the power of service, the spirit of service luncheon today. Although we often refer to this luncheon as our annual Thanksgiving or thanking our heroes event, I feel today we are all welcomed and we're all flourished by the spirit of service. So we decided to change the name because it really reflects what Universal Learning Academy and what our HES academies are all about. We're all about this incredible impact that service has in shaping our students, our families, and the educators that are with us today. But above and beyond, we're also gathered by people who give us a sense of security, a sense of peace, a sense of involvement and engagement in the Westland community. On behalf of the Blue Jays and on behalf of Universal Learning Academy, I welcome each and every one of you to the ULA family. Dedicated city officials, first responders, chief of police, Chief of Fire Department, our dear Mayor Coleman. Your support and leadership to the Blue Jay community is a constant source of strength and security for us. We're also welcomed by our SROs and supervisors within this additional support system that we've integrated to the academy. To us, that's an amazing additional asset. If I can share with you a very simple story that I think sums up everything that this event is all about. I engaged in a very short conversation with a student in the middle school. That student happens to just tell me, why should I be concerned doing a drill? I look around me, I see police officers. They come in and visit the classrooms. I see SROs, I see the administrators and my teachers practicing the drills and doing everything possible to keep us safe. That moment by itself was an amazing realization that we're doing everything we can within this beautiful community to provide the students the healthy and the safe learning environment. I'd like to take a moment as well and welcome our support center, all of our staff members from our kitchen, custodials, administrators, the NHS advisors, staff staying in the back, all of the students and their families. I welcome you from the bottom of my heart for your unwavering support of our students. Ultimately, this is about our students. Your support here is also about students within the West End community. We at the Academy have been always committed to providing students with the real, actionable opportunities for service, leadership, and today is a direct result of that vision. Such events, you make that possible, each and every one of you, and I couldn't be more grateful for everything that each and every one of you do behind the scenes. Today's event wasn't put together by Mrs. Boosie. I just came in here, admired it, took pictures, and I'm gonna post it and take pride in it as I do each and every year. We're welcoming you in the gymnasium this year with a beautiful, I know our Department of Operations worked so hard to get our very first wood floor in the gymnasium this year, another service to provide to our students. This event could not have been made possible if it wasn't for the NHS, the JHS, and the NHS advisors and senior advisors as well. You are what I call the heart of what we do for NHS. NHS is about the honor society, the dedication, the leadership, the community service. You are the true heroes behind this. Thank you. It's your dedication, your guidance, and your passion that drive our students and allow them to grow not only as human beings, but also as leaders of tomorrow. We want them walking back into this building, being at this podium and leading such events in the future. This is what we're all about within this community. I'd also like to share a couple of very important news because this is all about celebrating the spirit of leadership and the spirit of service. I'm incredibly proud to share that because of the NHS efforts, the advisors' efforts, the students and their families' support, and amazing support we have within our community, Universal Learning Academy was recently recognized by the National Association of Secondary School Principals with the Overall Excellence Chapter Pillar Award. Not just one pillar, all 4 pillars. Making us, with honor, the only school in the state of Michigan with this recognition. It is a reflection of the hard work and the commitment of each and every one of you. And speaking of leadership, I'm excited to announce, and I made a school-wide announcement this morning, that one of our outstanding students will be representing our NHS chapter at the upcoming NHS and NASC conference in Chicago. This student will be leading a workshop, incidentally speaking, called The Power of Service Beyond Volunteering, which perfectly reflects the leadership and the spirit of service within the Blue Jay community and our student body. At this time, we're so honored that we have added to this beautiful community another leader, our Assistant Superintendent, Ms. Osama Bassi. Our superintendent is on his way, but we are honored with her leadership. She is an added asset to the team. Ms. Osama Bassi, let's welcome you to the podium. Thank you very much for your kind words, Ms. Lucy. Good afternoon and happy Friday, everyone! Who doesn't love Fridays? All right. Good afternoon, students, staff, community leaders, public servants. My name is Ms. Osama Bezi, and I am the new Assistant Superintendent of HES Schools. It is my honor to welcome you all to our district's annual Thanksgiving Luncheon. Today, we come together not only to enjoy a meal, but also to express our heartfelt gratitude for the unwavering dedications and services of our community leaders and the men and women in the public service. Your commitment to the well-being, safety, and prosperity of our community is truly inspiring. Whether you serve in leadership, education, public safety, health, or other vital roles, your efforts make a lasting impact on the lives of so many. As we celebrate this season of gratitude, let us recognize the strength and unity of our community, built by your hard work and compassion. Thank you for your service. And may today's gathering remind us of the importance of connection, appreciation, and the spirit of giving. If you will now please join me in a big round of applause for our food service department led by Ms. Faten Al-Ashi for their ambition in prepping, cooking, and feeding us all every year during this special event. A big hand. And also to the NHS team with the senior community advisors for their decorating and prepping for this event. Big round of applause. Thank you. At this time, I would like to call out our community leader for the city of Westland, Mr. Mayor Coleman. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's good to be back at ULA. Do we say ULA? Is that something we say? So this is my second time here, and I know the theme today is the power of service. So I wanted to speak briefly about the power of service and what it's meant to me in my life. And I met a lot of the students last year. I remember a lot of you from last year. Really smart kids over here. I think you might be some of the smartest kids in Westland and maybe some of the smartest kids in the whole state of Michigan. I mean that. But when a lot of you came up to me and you know what a mayor is, you know what a president is, you know what the governor does. When I was your age, I didn't know much about that. I didn't know much about government. It took me a long time to learn about what the government does and what leaders do. But I did know about the power of service because I grew up close by here, and down the street from where I lived, there was a community center. And part of the community center was a senior center. And there were a lot of older people there, people who were veterans, people who fought in World War II. And when I was around your age, maybe 10, 11 years old, I would ride my bike up there. And I would sit with the people who were 70, 80, 90 years old, and I would hear stories about what life was like back in the 1920s, 1930s, almost 100 years ago. And we would volunteer and serve them coffee and food. And at a young age, I really liked to help people. And I didn't know that I would get into leadership or government at that age. But I continue to volunteer in the community and help people. And when I talked to some of you today when I came in, I said some of you will be firefighters, some of you may be police officers someday, and maybe a few of you will be mayor of Westland someday, or your city. And I really believe that. Whatever you do, work hard, be good to other people, serve your community, and you can do anything you want to do. You really can. And so my message today is serve the community, work hard in school. You're already doing that. You have a great school, a great team. In the city of Westland, our police officers, our firefighters, our entire city government supports you. And anything you need, we're going to help you with it, okay? So happy holidays to everybody. Thank you again for having us. I want to thank our firefighters and our police officers, our first responders for being here today. And thank you to the ULA team for all the great work you do in the community. I really appreciate this. It means a lot to me to be here again, and I'll see you again next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Coleman, Mrs. Bazzi, and Mrs. Boosie for your kind words and welcome. Our National Elementary Honor Society is led by an educator who believes in building very valuable pillars at a young age. NEHS Chapter Advisor, Mrs. Emil Slayman, please come to the podium to introduce your chapter.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are thrilled to have you all join us today for this event. On behalf of NEHS, I would like to welcome all of you and thank you for joining us today. This year, we have a remarkable group of students who are full of energy, creativity, and a deep desire to make a positive impact within our school and our community. Selecting a president for our chapter this year was very challenging and interesting because 3 of them got equal number of votes. So we actually had to form a special advisory to elect the president. With that being said, I would like to introduce to you our NEHS president, Reina Imad, who would like to share a few words with you.
Good afternoon, honored guests and staff. My name is Reina Imad, and I'm the National Elementary Honor Society's president. On behalf of our elementary chapter, we welcome you to our friendly, safe, supportive school. Your leadership in the city inspires us to create service projects within our Blue Ridge community. Our last chapter had planned and worked hard, and just last week, we concluded our first school fundraiser, where we sold school supplies and collected about $500. Within the pillar of leadership, our upcoming project is to form clubs, such as a dance club, a bracelet making club, a football club, an art club, not only to help students explore their talents, but also to lead in what they love to do the most. We can't do all these activities without officials like you, because you keep our community and school safe. Thank you for your service and all that you do for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Reina Imad, and thank you to our NEHS chapter for working hard this year to maintain the society's pillars in their everyday activities. Our National Junior Honor Society is led by a dedicated faculty member who goes above and beyond in facilitating guided service projects. Please join me in welcoming Mrs. Daniel Awar to the podium.
Thank you, Ms. Abi Abdullah. Good afternoon, honored guests, fellow colleagues, and dear students. It is very heartwarming for me to see our community leaders and future leaders all gathered in one room today. Most of you know me as Ms. Al-Awad, the middle school science teacher at Universal Learning Academy. However, this year, I am honored to also be the National Junior Honor Society Chapter Advisor alongside my role as a teacher. Whether it's through my teaching or my work as advisor, I get to witness firsthand our members' creativity, hard work, and ever-growing love to serve our community. The accomplishments of our chapter are possible because of the commitment, hard work, and leadership of our NEHS members that are led by our president, who demonstrates kindness and grace in all her actions. So without further ado, please help me welcome our NJHS Chapter President, Sajid Irani, to the stage.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sajid Irani, and I have attended Universal Learning Academy for the past 10 years. And this year, I am honored to be the president of the National Junior Honor Society. Our National Junior Honor Society chapter includes passionate and dedicated leaders who are committed to making a change on a daily basis. Our chapter has its own social media committee that promotes all our events, a grade school committee that aims to make our school an eco-friendly campus, and a special fundraising committee that is Osmindio's first free money next week to collect funds for our chapter. On behalf of all the students at Universal Learning Academy, I want to sincerely thank the city officials here today. By protecting our school and keeping our community safe, you have a lasting impact on our education and our future. Thank you again and enjoy the rest of the event.
Thank you to our NJHS chapter for your amazing contributions so far. Okay, this chapter is very dear to my heart. I don't know, maybe because I'm part of it. But in our National Honor Society chapter, juniors and seniors are led by a very professional staff member who provides a wealth of advice and practical knowledge to safeguard their path to college readiness. Please help me welcome to the podium my one and only co-partner, Mrs. May Sabah.
Thank you to my one and only, Sumaya. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to our guests. You know, appreciation for your service goes without saying. But today, as the National Honor Society co-advisor and a counselor by profession, identity, heart, and soul, I am thanking you for being here, because typically our students would see you in emergencies or in times of distress. But the fact that you can make the time to connect with them human to human today will undoubtedly have a lasting impact on them. The fact that Mayor Coleman recognizes some of our students from the last year and lets them know that will create a lasting impact that will tell them you are seen, heard, and you matter, and I see potential in you. And this cannot be bought by money. It's a wonderful opportunity, and I thank you guys. And now I have the pleasure of welcoming our NHS President, Noor al-Mu'min.
Good evening. It is both an honor and a privilege to stand before you today as President of the National Honor Society. On behalf of my peers in our community, I extend my deepest gratitude to those who could show up today. Despite the tireless hours you work to keep us safe, connected, and thriving, your dedication is a beacon of courage and compassion. You are often the first to serve in moments of chaos, offering hope where there is uncertainty and stability, in moments of distress. Your selflessness inspires us all to serve with integrity and humility, which we are immensely grateful for. As members of the National Honor Society, we are guided by 4 pillars: scholarship, service, leadership, and character. These values align closely with the principles you uphold every day. We are committed to carrying forward your legacy by fostering excellence, supporting those in need, and stepping up as leaders in our community. I've been a part of the National Honor Society chapter since grade school, And looking back, all I remember were the older students giving speeches to the first responders. And at that moment, I knew I didn't get up on that microphone. Thankfully, now as time went on, I'm here with a better vision to brighten our future, while still giving my speech. Today, we honor your sacrifices and celebrate everyone in this room's achievements. Know that your impact reaches far beyond the moments you called upon. It resonates in the lives you touch and hope you inspire. Thank you for all that you do. We are proud to stand with you and pledge to uphold these values that unite us as a community.
Despite the fact that the weather is very, very chilly outside, we have some warm food waiting for us. Ms. Busi, would you like to just officially welcome again everyone to get started?
I think I'll take the first plate. That's the way I would want
There you go.
Our guests.
Let's go, yes. It's time for food. Let's break bread.
Just so you know, the buffet is to the right-hand side, and there are 2 lines. So please feel free to just go ahead and enjoy your meal. Any guest members, your buffet is ready too. Ms. Sackett is on her way to guide you to that one as well. Thank you for being here.
I'm so very bad.
That's the word.
I will. I don't know what happened.
I'll send you an email as well. Thank you, I appreciate that.
HES Academies have been serving the Detroit metro area for over 23 years, promoting academic excellence, leadership, and cultural diversity, ranking as some of the top schools in the state of Michigan. Our pre-K through 12th grade students enjoy tuition-free, state-accredited education by STEM-certified and highly qualified staff with no geographical restrictions, and with advanced placement, college dual enrollment, scholarship, and Arabic language programs. Nor International Academy in Sterling Heights at niapsa.org, Star International Academy in Dearborn Heights and in Canton at starpsa.org, Universal Academy in Detroit at universalpsa.org, and Universal Learning Academy in Westland at ulapsa.org. Join HES Academies today and enjoy a free Chromebook for every enrolled student.